Wrestling fans, what if I told you that Seth Rollins' Vision faction isn't just another wrestling stable? It's WWE's corporate-backed blueprint to completely restructure professional wrestling's power dynamics. Picture this: August 11th, 2025. Seth Rollins destroys CM Punk with a steel chair. Roman Reigns posts that chilling Instagram warning about making Seth pay twice. And Bronson Reed parades around with stolen shoes, calling himself the Tribal Thief. But here's what nobody's talking about. Every single one of these shocking moments serves one master plan: eliminating wrestling's last independent voices to install a corporate-controlled New World Order. And the evidence is hiding in plain sight. Welcome back to WWE Report, where we expose the stories WWE doesn't want you to see. I'm your host, and today we're pulling back the curtain on the most sophisticated corporate takeover in wrestling history. While fans are distracted by shoe thefts and Instagram threats, WWE has been systematically dismantling every power structure that operates outside their direct control. The Vision, Seth Rollins, Paul Heyman, Bronson Reed, and Braun Breaker isn't just a faction. It's WWE's hand-picked demolition crew, designed to destroy the Bloodline's cultural independence, CM Punk's anti-establishment influence, and any wrestler who dares to build power outside corporate approval. In the next 10 minutes, I'll show you how WWE has weaponized personal vendettas, family betrayals, and psychological warfare to execute the most brilliant corporate coup in sports entertainment history. Hit that subscribe button, because this goes deeper than you think. Let's start with the mastermind behind this entire operation, Paul Heyman. Wrestling fans see Heyman's betrayal of Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 41 as shocking, but corporate insiders know better. Heyman didn't betray Roman, he was reassigned. Think about it: for over 1,000 days, Roman Reigns held the Universal Championship, building the Bloodline into wrestling's most culturally significant faction. The Ula Fala wasn't just a prop, it represented genuine Samoan cultural power that WWE couldn't fully control. When Roman started making creative decisions based on family legacy rather than corporate storylines, WWE needed an exit strategy. Enter Paul Heyman, the ultimate corporate operative. Heyman's genius isn't just his mic skills, it's his ability to infiltrate and dismantle power structures from within. His betrayal of Roman wasn't emotional, it was surgical. By aligning with Seth Rollins' vision, Heyman brought decades of psychological manipulation expertise to WWE's corporate agenda. Notice how Heyman coined the term Tribal Thief on August 1st, 2025, at the SummerSlam kickoff show. That wasn't spontaneous creativity, that was calculated cultural mockery designed to diminish the Bloodline's sacred symbolism. But here's where it gets sinister: Heyman's recent consoling of CM Punk after Seth's August 11th attack isn't compassion, it's recruitment. Punk, the ultimate anti-establishment voice, represents everything WWE's corporate structure fears: independent thinking, creative control, and fan loyalty that transcends company politics. By positioning himself as Punk's ally while secretly orchestrating his destruction through the Vision, Heyman is executing a double-agent operation that would make Machiavelli proud. The evidence is in the timeline. July 28th. Bronson Reed attacks Roman, stealing his shoes. August 4th, Reed threatens fans, escalating the psychological warfare. August 11th, Seth destroys Punk while Heyman watches from the shadows. Each attack serves WWE's corporate interests by weakening independent power centers. Heyman isn't just managing the Vision, he's conducting a symphony of destruction designed to eliminate wrestling's last authentic voices. Wrestling fans on X are calling this the greatest betrayal in WWE history, but they're missing the bigger picture. This isn't betrayal, it's corporate restructuring disguised as personal drama. Heyman's strategic mind, combined with WWE's resources, has created the perfect weapon against wrestling independence. The Vision isn't just winning matches, they're winning the war for wrestling's soul. Bronson Reed's Tribal Thief persona isn't just entertainment, it's cultural warfare with corporate backing. At 6 feet tall and 330 pounds, Reed represents WWE's perfect international enforcer, physically dominant, culturally disconnected from American wrestling politics, and completely dependent on corporate support for his success. His obsession with stealing Roman's shoes and mocking the Ula Fala with his Chula Fala isn't random heel behavior, it's systematic cultural demolition. Here's what WWE doesn't want you to realize: Reed's Australian background makes him the ideal weapon against the bloodline Samoan cultural significance. While American wrestlers might hesitate to mock sacred cultural symbols, Reed's international status provides plausible deniability. When he steals Roman's custom sneakers and parades them like trophies, he's not just humiliating a wrestler, he's desecrating cultural symbols that represent centuries of Polynesian tradition. WWE can claim it's just good heel work while systematically undermining the cultural authenticity that made the bloodline special. The psychology is brilliant and disturbing. Reed's August 4th promo, where he demanded Roman acknowledge him as the tribal thief, wasn't about respect, it was about replacement. By forcing Roman to acknowledge a mockery of his cultural identity, WWE is conditioning fans to accept corporate manufactured tribal leadership over authentic cultural representation. Reed's threat to a fan, "I'll take your shoes next," reveals the broader agenda: everyone's cultural identity is up for corporate appropriation. But Reed's real value to WWE's New World Order isn't his physical dominance, it's his complete corporate dependence. Unlike Roman, who built power through family legacy, or Punk, who built influence through anti-establishment credibility, Reed's entire WWE identity depends on corporate storylines. He's the perfect corporate enforcer because he has no independent power base to threaten WWE's control. The numbers tell the story. Reed's Chula Fala posts have generated over 3 million views, turning cultural mockery into viral content. WWE producer Shane Helms' tweet, "Joe? We said steal the show, not shoes," reveals how corporate executives are laughing at the cultural destruction they've orchestrated. Even Solo Sikoa's eBay joke about selling the stolen shoes shows how WWE has weaponized humor to normalize cultural disrespect. Reed's triple tsunami attack on July 28 that sidelined Roman wasn't just a wrestling move, it was a corporate statement. By having their international enforcer physically dominate the tribal chief, WWE demonstrated that cultural authenticity means nothing against corporate back power. Reed's promise to continue stealing shoes until he's crowned tribal thief isn't a wrestling storyline, it's a corporate mission to replace authentic cultural leadership with manufactured corporate alternatives. The most chilling part? It's working! Fans are embracing the Chula Fala challenge, posting pictures with shoes around their necks, unknowingly participating in the cultural mockery WWE orchestrated. Reed isn't just stealing shoes, he's stealing cultural significance and replacing it with corporate-controlled entertainment. Seth Rollins isn't just leading the vision, he's been handpicked by WWE corporate to lead wrestling's New World Order. His August 11, 2025, attack on CM Punk wasn't a spontaneous heel turn. It was the culmination of years of corporate grooming designed to position Rollins as WWE's ultimate company man. While fans see the visionary, WWE executives see their perfect corporate champion, talented enough to be credible, ambitious enough to be controllable, and ruthless enough to eliminate threats to corporate power. The evidence starts with Rollins' corporate-friendly evolution. Remember his 2014 betrayal of the Shield? WWE didn't punish Rollins for breaking up wrestling's most popular faction. They rewarded him with championship opportunities and main event pushes. That betrayal wasn't rebellion, it was a corporate loyalty test. By proving he'd sacrificed brotherhood for corporate advancement, Rollins demonstrated the mindset WWE needed for their long-term plans. Fast forward to 2025, Rollins' Vision faction reads like a corporate focus group's dream team. You have Rollins as the charismatic leader, Paul Heyman as the strategic mastermind, Bronson Reed as the international enforcer, and Braun Breaker as the legacy name that provides historical credibility. Each member serves a specific corporate function in WWE's New World Order blueprint. Rollins' attack on CM Punk reveals the true corporate agenda. Punk represents everything WWE's corporate structure fears: creative independence, anti-establishment credibility, and the ability to generate fan loyalty that transcends company politics. When Rollins delivered that vicious curb stomp onto a steel chair, he wasn't just attacking a wrestler, he was executing a corporate hit on wrestling's most dangerous independent voice. His post-attack taunt, "Punk, you're not the best in the world anymore," and "Roman, stay out of my business," wasn't heel bravado, it was a corporate declaration of war against independent power. The timing is crucial. Rollins' attack came just as Punk was rebuilding his influence and Roman was returning from his 4-month hiatus. WWE couldn't allow these independent voices to reunite and potentially challenge corporate control. By having their corporate champion eliminate both threats simultaneously, WWE demonstrated the efficiency of their New World Order system. But here's the most insidious part: Rollins genuinely believes he's the hero of this story. WWE has convinced him that eliminating problematic wrestlers like Punk and Roman is necessary for the company's evolution. His visionary persona isn't just a character, it's his genuine belief that he's leading WWE into a better future. This psychological manipulation makes Rollins the perfect corporate weapon. He'll destroy wrestling's independent voices while believing he's saving the industry. The corporate backing is evident in WWE's booking decisions. While Roman faced constant obstacles during his championship reign and Punk deals with backstage politics, Rollins receives consistent main event positioning and creative freedom, as long as he serves corporate interests. His World Heavyweight Championship isn't just a title, it's a corporate seal of approval that positions him as WWE's chosen leader for their New World Order future. Braun Breaker's inclusion in the vision reveals WWE's most sophisticated corporate manipulation, weaponizing wrestling legacy to legitimize their New World Order. As Rick Steiner's son, Breaker carries the Steiner name's credibility, but unlike his father's independent streak, Braun has been molded from day one to serve corporate interests. His role in the vision isn't just as muscle, he's the legacy validator that makes WWE's corporate takeover seem like natural wrestling evolution. The corporate genius is in the positioning. While Roman Reigns built his legacy through family tradition and cultural authenticity, Breaker represents manufactured legacy, wrestling heritage filtered through corporate development systems. His NXT success wasn't organic, it was carefully orchestrated to create a homegrown star who could challenge established independent powers while remaining completely corporate controlled. Breaker's feud with LA Knight over the Intercontinental Championship serves a dual corporate purpose. Knight, despite his WWE employment, represents the old-school wrestling mentality where talent and charisma could build independent power. By having Breaker systematically dismantle Knight's championship aspirations, WWE is demonstrating that even their own wrestlers aren't safe from the New World Order if they develop too much independent influence. The August 11th tag team match reveals the corporate strategy in action. When CM Punk had Breaker set up for the GTS, a move representing Punk's independent legacy, Seth Rollins' intervention wasn't just saving his faction member, it was corporate protection of their investment. WWE couldn't allow their manufactured legacy star to be defeated by wrestling's ultimate anti-establishment symbol. The subsequent beatdown, with Breaker delivering a spear to Knight while Reed restrained him, showcased the Vision's corporate back numbers advantage over independent wrestlers. But Breaker's most insidious corporate function is psychological. His legitimate wrestling ability and family name provide credibility that makes the Vision's corporate agenda seem authentic. When fans see a Steiner attacking established stars, they're witnessing what appears to be natural wrestling evolution. They don't realize they're watching corporate manufactured legacy being used to destroy authentic wrestling independence. The corporate investment in Breaker is evident in his booking protection. While wrestlers like Knight face constant obstacles and setbacks, Breaker receives consistent wins and championship opportunities. His Intercontinental Championship pursuit isn't just a storyline, it's corporate positioning to establish their manufactured legacy star as a legitimate threat to wrestling's established order. WWE's long-term plan for Breakker reveals their New World Order blueprint. By establishing him as a dominant force who can defeat both independent veterans and rising stars, they're creating a corporate-controlled wrestler who can claim legitimate victories over wrestling's authentic voices. His Steiner legacy provides the credibility, his corporate development provides the control, and his Vision membership provides the systematic support to execute WWE's agenda. The most disturbing aspect is how effectively it's working. Wrestling fans are embracing Breakker as a legitimate star, not realizing they're supporting WWE's corporate weapon against wrestling independence. His success isn't just personal achievement, it's proof that WWE's New World Order can manufacture credible threats to authentic wrestling legacy while maintaining complete corporate control. The Vision's systematic attacks on Roman Reigns, CM Punk, and LA Knight aren't random feuds, they're coordinated strikes against wrestling's last independent power centers. Each target represents a different threat to WWE's corporate control, Roman's cultural authenticity, Punk's anti-establishment credibility, and Knight's organic fan connection. By eliminating these threats simultaneously, the Vision is executing WWE's most comprehensive corporate takeover in wrestling history. The strategy is brilliant in its simplicity. Identify wrestlers who build power outside corporate systems, then systematically destroy their credibility through coordinated attacks. Roman's 4-month absence after WrestleMania 41 wasn't just a storyline, it was corporate punishment for building too much independent influence. When he returned, the Vision was waiting with Bronson Reed's shoe-stealing humiliation campaign designed to strip away his cultural dignity. CM Punk's targeting reveals the corporate fear of anti-establishment voices. Punk's 2011 pipe bomb promo and subsequent departure proved that wrestlers with independent credibility could challenge WWE's corporate narrative. His 2024 return represented a potential threat to corporate control, especially if he reunited with other independent voices like Roman. Seth Rollins' August 11th attack wasn't just a heel turn, it was a preemptive corporate strike to prevent Punk from rebuilding his anti-establishment influence. LA Knight's inclusion in this corporate hit list might surprise casual fans, but it makes perfect sense. Knight built his popularity through organic fan connection and charismatic promos that weren't heavily scripted by corporate writers. His natural ability to generate crowd reactions without corporate assistance made him a potential threat to WWE's controlled entertainment model. By having Bron Breakker systematically undermine his championship opportunities, the Vision is demonstrating that even WWE's own wrestlers aren't safe if they develop too much independent influence. The corporate coordination is evident in the timing and execution. July 28th, Reed attacks Roman, beginning the cultural humiliation campaign. August 4th, Reed escalates with fan threats, normalizing corporate-backed aggression. August 11th, Rollins destroys Punk while Breakker attacks Knight, eliminating multiple independent threats simultaneously. This wasn't coincidental, it was corporate scheduling designed for maximum impact. But the most insidious aspect is how WWE has disguised this corporate takeover as organic wrestling drama. Fans are debating whether Roman will get revenge on Seth, not realizing they're watching the systematic elimination of wrestling independence. The Pay Twice Instagram video that generated 3 million views isn't just Roman's response, it's WWE allowing their former corporate champion to maintain the illusion of independence while the Vision continues their corporate mission. The numbers reveal the corporate success. The Vision's coordinated attacks have generated massive social media engagement, increased television ratings, and positioned WWE's corporate-controlled wrestlers as the dominant forces in professional wrestling. Meanwhile, the independent voices are either sidelined, Roman, attacked, Punk, or systematically undermined, Knight. WWE's New World Order isn't coming, it's already here. The Vision has successfully eliminated or neutralized wrestling's major independent power centers while maintaining the illusion of competitive wrestling entertainment. The corporate takeover is complete, and most fans don't even realize they witnessed it happen. Wrestling fans, we've just exposed the most sophisticated corporate manipulation in sports entertainment history. The Vision isn't just another wrestling faction, it's WWE's hand-picked demolition crew, systematically eliminating every wrestler who dares to build power outside corporate control. Paul Heyman's strategic betrayals, Bronson Reed's cultural warfare, Seth Rollins' corporate championship, Braun Breaker's manufactured legacy, and their coordinated attacks on Roman, Punk, and Knight aren't random storylines, they're calculated moves in WWE's New World Order takeover. The evidence is overwhelming. Every shocking moment serves corporate interests, every betrayal strengthens corporate control, and every independent voice is being systematically silenced. Roman's pay twice warning isn't just personal vendetta, it's the last gasp of wrestling independence fighting against corporate domination. But here's the terrifying truth, it might already be too late. WWE has successfully convinced fans that corporate manufactured drama is authentic wrestling storytelling. While we debate shoe thefts and Instagram threats, the Vision continues executing their mission to eliminate wrestling's soul and replace it with corporate-controlled entertainment. The New World Order isn't coming, it's already here, and most fans are cheering for their own manipulation. But knowledge is power, and now you know the truth. The question is, what are you going to do about it? Will you continue supporting WWE's corporate agenda, or will you demand the return of authentic wrestling independence? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Am I exposing the truth, or am I connecting dots that don't exist? Have you noticed how WWE systematically eliminates wrestlers who get too independent? And most importantly, do you think Roman Reigns, CM Punk, and LA Knight can overcome the Vision's corporate backing, or is wrestling independence dead forever? If this analysis opened your eyes to WWE's corporate manipulation, smash that like button and share this video with every wrestling fan who needs to see the truth. Subscribe to Pink Sport and hit the notification bell because we're the only channel brave enough to expose the stories WWE doesn't want you to understand. Next week, we're diving even deeper into this corporate conspiracy with exclusive evidence about how WWE's backstage politics determine championship reigns. You won't want to miss it. The Vision may control WWE's present, but informed fans like you control wrestling's future. Stay vigilant, stay independent, and remember, in the war between corporate control and wrestling authenticity, your awareness is the ultimate weapon.